Everybody's against the so-called black man.
Being oppressed, cursed for breaking the Deuteronomy codes. Deuteronomy 28:15 through 68. Read that. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Read that.
Everybody's against the black man, but everybody wanna be us, man. Cream of the planet. Asiatic.
Our time comes soon. We've been oppressed too long. Taunting me and my people till our lives are gone. Our time comes soon. We've been oppressed too long. Taunting me and my people till our lives are gone. Shaklack, shaklack, shaklack. Guns are blazing. Bodies are laying every day on ghetto pavements. Girls molested by wicked men that their mothers trust to raise them. My first thought is to grab that thing and erase these abased men. But I realize I can't just kill lives that are products of European enslavement. Now many minds are like Frankenstein that are Willie Lynch related. See, some of us has never escaped it. We gotta do what it takes to break it. You say I hate them because they are rapists. Well, I hate the resource of our ancestors being locked to mate in cages. I'm preparing for our engagement, this war against the children of Satan, patiently awaiting on Christ's return for this war of Armageddon. As stated in the 19th chapter of Revelations, our morals are merely disintegrate. We now walk the earth lost in space. My talk and thoughts won't make things safe because the truth often agitate. My destiny within the breath in me is to erase black self-hate. Don't call me a racist because I pinpoint hate and because I love to embrace my race. I belong to a nation that seems to have fallen within the abyss of degeneration since being made slaves in former days by out of the cave Caucasians. Now my people really believe that a fake white Christ is coming back to save them. I see false prophets soul searching in New York subway station. Christ be black like me, so can you actually please tell me why you're all hating? If you research, you will see that this is factual information. Because the truth I speak, you say Tyler Doc's a racist. I hate him. Damn, you black and Latino people are so amazing. Looks like only Yeshua can come back to save some. Get your mind right, kings. Get your mind right, man. Face this war, get ready for this war. Armageddon, there's a war on blacks, man. Our time comes soon. We've been oppressed too long. Taunting me and my people till our lives are gone. Our time comes soon. We've been oppressed too long. Taunting me and my people till our lives are gone. I'm far from perfect, but striving to be Christ-like. So perhaps I can make a difference within our thugs' life. Leaders, preachers, and teachers give them false perception that mentally maim. They're drowning in the pool of deception and corruption in these last days. They have no map, plan, and hopelessly case to ever escape this ghetto maze. Slow down, little homie, pump your brakes. Because too many black men are rushing to early graves. Too many still live in mental caves. Others slip through the cracks, then forget about their race. But I have a master plan straight from the Creator that will lift up the entire nation like an elevator. We're just pawns in the games, the real players hate us. They love white knights, white queens, that's cool. Like a chess game, my people, they study our every move. Use your freedom of speech to teach, they might move on you. If you attempt to spark dark minds with your Jews, I'm not trying to make your thoughts mine, cause that's not cool. But you can't lose with the stuff that I use. I give birth to thoughts that break the curse. In 9 months, these dead minds I unearth. Born again, I teach them to love each other first. This promotes both mental and spiritual elevation. We need to stand up now to unite as a nation. Demand reparations for all the days that they enslaved us. They say you people just need to learn to exercise patience. It's been over 100 years and we're still waiting. He sighs and looks up
are in disbelief. The commander-in-chief has no love for we. He's supposed to rule the earth justly, but I see death around the corner and hell up in the Harlem B. Don't go to Ethiopia, can't you see? We got starving children right here on our city streets. This country really don't have no love for us. Is it possible to love whom you cannot trust? Things have to change, it is a must. After what was done to us, we've been beaten and shot for reaching for ID. Pay the police salaries to brutalize and murder me. Every city in America seems to be that the beast mentality is a monopoly.
Our time come soon. We've been oppressed too long. Taunting me and my people till our lives are gone. Our time come soon. We've been oppressed too long. Taunting me and my people till our lives are gone.
And this song right here goes
Synagogue of
out to
Satan, Atalo Yahudi,
and Ye West for standing
Mashim
up
Kha, Mashleme,
against the banksters,
Yam Dog.
those that say they're Jews and are not, but do lie. But the synagogue of Satan.
Try to censor me, want to silence me. I expose hypocrisy, scholarly identity theft and abolish me. Jewish slave ships for a larceny. Stole a birthright, it's a travesty. Synagogue of Satan oppressing me. Kwam Yasha Allah with a chosen seed. Oppose your view, you call me anti-Semitic. Expose fake Jews is dialectic. You're pathetic, fake news, I intercepted. Manipulate the truth, Tazadak must spread it. Aaron Lopez and Moses Levish, Jewish slave ship owners, nature's savage. Bitch and complain about the Holocaust, but you enslave and murder us. At your bloody hands, our lives was lost. Rabbinic scholars created the curse of Ham. Revelations 3 and 9. Your ass is damned. Amalek is you, imposter Jew. You're not pygmies, you're not Bandu. Your ADL can't stop this truth. Trick Ephraim says he's Hispanic. Your culture vultures sell the Atlantic. Disguise as conquistadors. You're children of perdition. Hell, Satan, boy. The devil is a liar. You're the real goy. Try to censor me, want to silence me. I expose hypocrisy, scholarly identity theft and abolish me. Jewish slave ships for a larceny. Stole a birthright, it's a travesty. Synagogue of Satan oppressing me. Kwam Yasha Allah with a chosen seed. Mashim Kha, Bavakasha, Shema Yasha Allah, Barakatah, Banya Hawada, La'ah. Jews try to bully, Kyrie Irving. Bishop Nathaniel is making them nervous. IUIC is Jacob's seed. I tell a Yahudi, Israel's not your pedigree. Boycott Adidas, they Kanye with contracts. Phil Knight, good day. Yum Tov, unless you sold your soul. Pimping your like Hollywood. Took the tiger out of the wood, gave him a white woman. No brand, no la'ad, no good. 1948 stole our estate. Israel was made a fourth state. Revelations 13, verse 10. Can't wait. Hamashiach will seal your fate. Children of perdition in a burning lake. Judged by Yahuwah for pressing J. Try to censor me, want to silence me. I expose hypocrisy, scholarly identity theft and abolish me. Jewish slave ships for a larceny. Stole a birthright, it's a travesty. Synagogue of Satan oppressing me. Kwam Yasha Allah with a chosen seed.
A kid figuring out that 300 million of my ancestors are buried in America. Where were you guys at asking those same questions when I was a kid dealing with, learning about the traumatic events of my familial history and what I'm proud to come from.
Words cannot express what we have experienced as a people. We're calling on the world in terms of justice.
Every victim group in the world, but one, has been given its day in court. The Jews got their day in court. Japanese got their day in court. Koreans got their day in court. Everybody got their day in court, and everybody got the opportunity to compel the defendants to come forward and account for what they did. The only group that remains is African.
No good bastards!
Damn, bleed. That is Damn, bleed.
My obituary shaded, praying that I make it. Will my soul go to heaven or it's Satan? I but now will Yahweh, please don't forsake me. After I'm buried, pray my legacy live with greatness. My obituary shaded, praying that I make it. Will my soul go to heaven or it's Satan? I but now will Yahweh, please don't forsake me. After I'm buried, pray my legacy live with greatness.
My obituary shady, I'm praying I make it. When my soul go to heaven, or will Satan take it? Our Father up in heaven, let me not be forsaken. While they rap about lies, beef they never had. Put this pen to this pad, shoot what make you mad. Fabricate a story, that shit they never did. Rappers fantasize about lives I used to live. Get up in the morning, fight, shoot or still. What I'm telling you is real, saw some get killed. 13 in the street, prepare for the beef. If I didn't hustle hard, dude, I didn't eat. Knock, 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 trick or treat. Remember the time we stuck up Mr. Lee? Yahuwah, please forgive me, house had no heat. Ran out of that government cheese, calluses on my knees. Prayers was an answer for lack of patience. My obituary scary, judgment's waiting. Non-pump faking, my hands are shaking. Praying daily, unforgiven, and that I make it. Mom said, praise the Lord, you beat a second gun charge. Son, your head is hard, so your ass is soft. Gotta change my life, they're trying to send me up north. My obituary,
my obituary shaded, praying that I make it. Will my soul go to heaven or it's Satan? I but now will Yahweh, please don't forsake me. After I'm buried, pray my legacy live with greatness. My obituary shaded, praying that I make it. Will my soul go to heaven or it's Satan? I but now will Yahweh, please don't forsake me. After I'm buried, pray my legacy live with greatness.
Flesh can be gone, but your spirit lives on, and those touch. Some did me wrong, had to move on. Can't clutch on the past experiences, cause presently I'm living in an era where the future's bleak. Soon weeping, gnashing teeth. Made a choice to speak light, set for cutting like a knife. Knew I had to get it right. Daunted thoughts, contemplating where would I go if I passed the night. Preached truth to my family, they didn't believe me. So-called friends, they couldn't receive me. Yahuwah had to lead me to the brothers on the CD. Now we place our legacy in the halls of legendary, writing living obituaries, existing outside of cemeteries. Don't wait till I'm buried to let my spirit carry.
My obituary shaded, praying that I make it. Will my soul go to heaven or it's Satan? I but now will Yahweh, please don't forsake me. After I'm buried, pray my legacy live with greatness. My obituary shaded, praying that I make it. Will my soul go to heaven or it's Satan? I but now will Yahweh, please don't forsake me. After I'm buried, pray my legacy live with greatness.
Khan, don't forsake me, let me live in greatness. I said it, you heard it. Edit my lines on Reddit, act like you said it. Sonning you, baby boy, you could call me daddy. Nobody got the juice, the whole hood is bishop. Thug Israelites,
acting like Christians, sinning and snitching, effeminate and bitching. Roll with the truth, or get rolled doing. Kahan to the dock, it's truth, hold on. Don't need to see who's screwed to know who's vaginal. Fuck boys backstab, acting casual. Debtors hate when you're progression, loving when you're stressing. Detest you, seeing you at your best end. Need to shut up, pause and say less, and put two in your chest. Lay that ass to rest. Yahuwah, please forgive me, can't think like that. But will they say when I'm in that casket? My obituary, I pray that I make it. My obituary. How many sins you got in your closet? How many skeletons in your closet? You think nobody sue you, right? What you doing? You cheating? You committing adultery with that man's wife? You cheating? You married? You're a married woman and you running out with that married man? You committing adultery? The Most High see you. The Most High see you. The Lord see all of that. And all of this is actually going to be brought up after your obituary. What will they say when you're in that coffin? What would be your last rites? Will they have anything to say about you? Because right now what you do in this life, you're writing your obituary right now. Check yourself, queen. Clean yourself up, king. Stop committing adultery. Stop being a whoremonger. Cover yourself up, mom. Cover yourself up, sis. Protect yourself. Stop sinning, children. Obey your parents. Because your obituary is scary. Damn. I hope I make it. My obituary. By Hashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. Praying I make it. Conta's a doctor, recordings. That's how we want it.
My obituary shaded, praying that I make it. Will my soul go to heaven or with Satan? Abba Nawa Yahweh, please don't forsake me. After I'm buried, pray my legacy live with greatness. My obituary shaded, praying that I make it. Will my soul go to heaven or with Satan? Abba Nawa Yahweh, please don't forsake me. After I'm buried, pray my legacy live with greatness.
From St. Louis at 7:17 p.m. I arrive in Atlanta at 9:52.
Which day is that?
That's going to be Friday. Friday.
So you're going to get here Friday night?
Yeah.
Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. Welcome to another True Disciples of Christ Bible study. And the good brother Kadar is going to take it over right now and tell us where this to where Roscoe.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Shalom, Akim, Akim. Another Bible study, True Disciples of Christ. And your brother got something to say?
I'll start by saying, good brother, I appreciate the floor and the opportunity to speak. And I'm glad to be at another Bible class. I've made consecutive Bible classes since I've learned about the true disciples of Christ, and I'm so proud to be in the room. After I saw, I don't want to get into it, but I saw today for a fact that what the Quran speaks about is so damn true. The Most High put it right in front of my face in ways that I can't even begin to explain, man. And that I am lucky to be in this room amongst men that aspire to be men of the Most High, study this Bible and stay to these words, so that I have a sword to back off all the evil and foolishness that I see. Man, Sirach 25:19. Sirach 25:19. I'm not even gonna say it. You brothers need to look it up and realize that is the truth. And I saw it today firsthand with my eyes while dealing with a client. And I was so appalled, I had to pretend like I didn't even see it, man. I had to pretend. Man, the Most High done saved me from wickedness on levels that I can't even imagine, man. And I'm just glad to know the truth, because I tell you, to turn back now, I turn myself to salt. To turn back now, the Most High would smite me down, and he'd have every right to. because it's undeniable that what the Khan speaks is the truth. I've seen it with not even an Eve, just an Edomite, man. And the levels of trickery and these women, they're so entitled, man. Listen, y'all brothers better stay in this word, man. And for the brothers that's, constantly with these women, you better think twice and thrice, man. Okay? Because you don't know what you're dealing with yet, man. And if you're going to get yourself jammed up, and once you're jammed up, you ain't going to unjam yourself. I can promise you that. It's going to be a hard way to go, and you don't want to deal with that crap. All right? Because I'm dealing with it firsthand now. I'm grateful to be in the room to make another Bible study on this Tuesday, April 4th, 2023 at almost 9:04 p.m. Barak Shah is glad to be here, and I welcome all the other brothers. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom, family. It's another Bible study going over the Passover. Reasons as to why we keep it and why you won't be there, if you're not coming. But I'm just excited to get back in these scriptures and stay consistent, as everyone on the panel should be, and everyone tuned in should be, staying consistent in the word and staying consistent in the truth. So shalom, shalom, everybody tuned in. I'm really ready to get into the lesson tonight.
Shalom, shalom. Peace and good day. Yeah, this is I guess that time of year. This is coming up on our new year. This is our time to gather, to celebrate, look forward to the real new year, as it's written inside these scriptures. So I just hope that whatever it is folks got going on, whatever you did wrong and not prepared leading up to this time, definitely shame on you. But, most are willing, that you learn and correct it immediately so that way it doesn't happen. So that way it doesn't happen again. Wise up. Life's going to happen. No one coming to save you. As as the Khan, says, no one is coming to save you.
Khan.
Yeah, we are well equipped, man. Well equipped. Brothers come on here on a weekly basis, sometimes daily. Nothing but knowledge, wisdom, and truth, comes out the mouth. Wisdom, knowledge, and truth. So I know it's definitely helped me. I know I'm better than I was than when I first started. So whether you're running, whether you're walking, making, steady progress.
Yeah, any of you guys on Rumble? I have a problem trying to get that.
No, let me check it out.
This site was having trouble for pulling up for me.
Yeah, me too.
And I checked.
Something going on with this server.
Yeah, I checked the is it down website? It said that the servers are down, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's still saying that the live stream begins at 8:30.
Damn.
I'm getting a straight white screen with nothing, so I don't know.
It's showing upcoming. And when I click on it, it's showing a short. Weak men are a detriment to society. That's short.
Get on the site.
Calm. Started over.
Oh no, I'm not gonna start it over. It's not over here. It's on there. It's on them. I don't have no control over that.
Con,
It's going
con.
on YouTube anyways. But that has nothing to do with me. That's their website in general.
Oh, okay. Con. We can start out with the book of Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, verses 1 through 8. Somebody could get that. And it's just speaking on.
Con. The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 1 through 8. And Yahuwah spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children. Speak unto the children of Israel. Oh, Salah.
No, I was saying, go ahead. No, forgive me.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of Yahuwah, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts. 6 days. 6 days shall work be done. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest, and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of Yahuwah in all your dwellings. These are the feasts of Yahuwah, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons.
So it's basically saying everything after verse 4 is the feasts of the Most High, and it has a set time. Everything that the Most High does and schedules for the children of Israel, everything is done in decency and in order. So there's no way you could sit around and say, oh, you didn't know this or you didn't know that. The Most High gives you specific instructions on how to keep these high holy days. Specific, detailed. Come
on. Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month at even is Yahuwah's Passover.
Come.
And on the
Shalaki, go ahead.
And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto Yahuwah. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. Verse 7. In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. Verse 8. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahuwah 7 days. In the seventh day is a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Come. So if you're listening carefully, he's telling us that on the first day there's a holy convocation. On the seventh day there's a holy convocation, and in both of those days we shall do no servile work therein. No servile work. Come. So now we're going to go into the history as to why we keep the Passover in the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And the book of Shemot, Exodus, chapter 12. Come.
On the book of Shemot, Exodus chapter 12. And Yahuwah spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, Mizraim, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months.
Mm-hmm.
It shall be the first month of the year to you. Ye shall speak, speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, Yasharallah, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of souls. Every man, according to his eating, shall make your count for the lamb.
Come. Selection. He giving specific instructions on the 10th day. Take that lamb. If your house ain't big enough to eat a lamb, then you split it with your neighbor. Specific instructions. Detailed instructions. Come. Go ahead, Doc. We can read on, Doc.
Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats.
Come.
Verse 6. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
And they shall take the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper doorposts of the houses, wherein they shall eat it.
Come. Now, he giving them specific instructions. Specific instructions. Because what's about to take place. Specific instructions to do with that lamb's blood. To put it on their doorposts. This is when the children of Israel was in bondage in Egypt. Come.
On verse 8. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it.
Come.
Eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire. His head with his legs, and with the pertinence thereof.
Come, Salakia. So he telling you, don't eat it raw. You know we don't do that. That's Esau thing to eat raw meat. We eat meat that's well done, cooked all the way through and through. And he telling you, don't boil it. Sodden with water. Don't boil it. Roast it with fire. Come. Specific instructions. Specific instructions to keep this high holy day. Come.
Fact. Verse 10. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning. And that which remaineth of it until the morning, ye shall burn with fire.
Come. So that mean at the Passover, don't be trying to take no leftovers to your car. Don't be trying to wrap up no piece of lamb. Oh, this lamb good. Don't be trying to wrap it up with no Luna foil. Take it back to the Airbnb or your room, wherever you're residing at for that night. Don't be trying to do it. Everything's supposed to be taken care of that night. Nothing should be left over. Nothing. And if anything is left over, it need to be burnt. It's the Most High's high holy day. Come.
Verse 11. And thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And ye shall eat it in haste. It is Yahuwah's Passover.
Come. As we did last year. We stood and we ate. Because this ain't nothing where you got to take yourself back into the times of what's going on in the context of the scripture that Israel is preparing to leave. It's in the book of Exodus. They preparing to leave Egypt. The nation of Israel preparing to leave Egypt. Death is coming for those who didn't keep this high holy day. They ready to go. So they wasn't down sitting with chairs and all that. They had to eat it in haste. That's why the bread ain't had no leaven in it. Ain't had time to make it rise. Come. They ain't done in the speedily fashion. Come.
Oh yeah. Verse 12. For I will pass through the land of Egypt, Mizraim, this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the small g gods, Elohim of Egypt, I will execute judgment. I am Yahuwah.
Con. So for that question Marty was asking earlier, that's answered right there. Verse 12. Exodus 12 and 12. Finna come through there and smite. Smite mean kill. He ain't playing. Ain't no game. Talking about Yahuwah. It's a man of war. He ain't got time to play no game. When he say what he say, his word is finna go out and do what he intended for it to do. His word don't come back void. Gonna go through the land and smite the firstborn, man and beast. And you're gonna see that it happened. Read on up. Come.
Verse 13. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt.
Come.
And this day shall be unto you for a memorial.
Shall be a what? Shall be a what?
Memorial.
Come. A memorial. Supposed to remember this. This in your memory. Come. This is what you're supposed to keep. A memorial. Can't make it anyway. Find a way. Go through whatever it is you got to go through to prove to the Most High how serious you is about keeping his high holy day. No matter what happened, get there. Come.
And ye shall keep it a feast to Yahuwah throughout your generations.
Throughout your what?
Generations.
Come on now. Come on. Throughout your generations, a memorial. Throughout your generations. That means you're supposed to teach this to your offspring. You ain't supposed to miss this. You got to teach this to our offspring. They ain't supposed to be celebrating no damn Easter. The Most High's Passover, that's what's going on right now. Straight up and down. The Most High's Passover. You ain't keeping his high holy days, you gonna see. You gonna see. This ain't nothing to play with, man. We serious about this over here at T-Doc. Ain't no joking, ain't no playing. We gonna keep the Most High's high holy days throughout the whole entire year. This is what we gonna do. If you ain't serious about it, step on. Ain't no playing with this, man. Ain't no playing with this. The Most High gonna seek judgment, rain judgment. He gonna go through and smite the land of Egypt right now. That's what we celebrating. That's what the majority of these high holy days is about. It's history behind it. You got to learn the history and know what you celebrate. Come.
Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever.
Forever. Forever. A feast by an ordinance forever. Forever. How long is forever?
Don't stop. Never stop. Until heaven and earth pass away. We know that ain't happening.
Come.
Facts. Come.
Come. Continue.
Come.
Verse 15. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel.
Come on now. Come on now. It's in the scriptures. Exodus 12 and 15. The latter part of the verse. That soul shall be cut off from Israel. This is what it says in the scriptures.
Come on. And in the first day there shall be an holy convocation. And in the seventh day there shall be an holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you.
So that means ain't no servile work, ain't no going to work, ain't no doing none of that. Anything, none of that outside of preparing that food for this feast day. Ain't no work being done. None whatsoever. He give us specific instructions on how to keep these high holy days. Specific. He ain't gonna ask or require you to do something and not show you how to do it. So from this day forth, everybody on the call, we should all know the instructions on keeping the Passover is the book of Exodus, Shemot, chapter 12. Simple. Read it. The book of Leviticus 23, 1 through 8. This is laws. Come. Specific instructions, huh?
Verse 17. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in this selfsame day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever.
Observe it in your generations by ordinance forever. That's self-explanatory. This is something we obligated to do. Each generation, we need to be passing this down.
Verse 18. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month at even, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 1 and the 20th day of the month at even. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. Ye shall eat nothing leavened. In all your habitations shall ye eat unleavened bread. Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families and kill the Passover. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and 2 side posts with that blood that is in the basin, and none of you shall go out that door of his house until the morning. For Yahuwah will pass through and smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the 2 side posts, Yahuwah will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever.
Forever.
And it shall
Salaki, go ahead. I'm agreeing with you.
And it shall come to pass when ye be come to the land which Yahuwah will give you according as he hath promised, that ye shall keep this service.
Mhm.
And it shall come to pass, when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service?
Mhm.
And ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of Yahuwah's Passover, who have passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses. And the people bowed the head and worshiped.
Come on. Salakia. Marty, if you're listening, that's your answer right there. The book of Shemot, Exodus 12 and 27. Come on. Read on up.
Verse 28. And the children of Israel went away and did as Yahuwah had commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass that at midnight Yahuwah smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants, and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead.
Come on.
And he called for Moses and Aaron by night, and said, rise up and get you forth from among my people, both ye and the children of Israel, and go, serve Yahuwah as ye have said.
The text are taking too long. Hey, no, I'm trying to establish because I don't want to put you in a predicament here. So, did you read my text?
Verse 32. Also take your flocks and your herds, as ye have said, and be gone, and bless me also. And the Egyptians were urgent upon the people, that they might send them out of the land in haste. For they said, we be all dead men.
Salakia. So now you see what it took for them to finally let the Israelites go, let us up out of bondage in Egypt. Most High had to come through and smite, kill they firstborns, all the way down to the beasts. Come. Nah, they in fear now. Yeah, boy, hey, boy, let them people go, man. Hey. Yeah.
Come.
Power of the Most High. Come. Read on that.
Verse 34. And the people took their dough before it was leavened, their kneading troughs being bound up in their clothes upon their shoulders. And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses, and they borrowed of the Egyptians jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment. And Yahuwah gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such things as they required, and they spoiled the Egyptians. And the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses to Succoth, about 600,000 on foot that were men beside the children. And a mixed multitude went up also with them, and flocks and herds, even very much cattle. And they baked unleavened cakes of the dough which they brought forth out of Egypt, for it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Egypt and could not tarry, neither had they prepared for themselves any victual. Now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years. And it came to pass at the end of the 430 years, even the selfsame day, it came to pass that all the hosts of Yahuwah went out from the land of Egypt.
So after being in Egypt in bondage for 430 years. 430 years. Come on now. 430 years. That's a long time. It's a long time to be in a place. Come.
Come where you're oppressed.
Come.
Verse 42. It is a night to be much observed unto Yahuwah for bringing them out of the land of Egypt. This is that night of Yahuwah who to be observed of all the children of Israel in their generations.
Come.
And Yahuwah said unto Moses and Aaron, this is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof.
Uh-oh.
Every man's servant that is bought for money, when thou hast circumcised him, then shall he eat thereof.
Okay. Come.
A foreigner and a hired servant shall not eat thereof.
Okay. Come on.
In one house it shall be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth aught of the flesh abroad.
Wait. Read that part again. That's very important. Read that last sentence again.
Gone. In one house.
What the Most High say about Nicholas Carefoot? Read that part again.
45.
A foreigner and an hired servant. A foreigner and.
That means someone not of the nation of Israel. They're not supposed to be at the Passover. Go ahead.
And a hired servant shall not eat thereof. In one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth aught of the flesh abroad out of the house, neither shall ye break a bone thereof. All the congregation of Israel shall keep it. And when a stranger shall sojourn with thee, and will keep the Passover to Yahuwah, let all his males be circumcised, and then let him come near and keep it. And he shall be as one that is born in the land, for no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof.
Come.
One law shall be to him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourn among you. Thus did all the children of Israel, as Yahuwah commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they.
Come.
And it came to pass the selfsame day that Yahuwah did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their armies.
Come. Come. Specific instructions on how to keep the Most High's Passover. Specific instructions. Come. Just how Kahan said last year. If you know, as a man, if you know you ain't circumcised, don't come to the Passover. Straight up. Scriptures tell you that. Don't defile the rest of the body. Don't do it. If you know, if it's something in here that you ain't abiding by, don't do it, because you're going to pay. This is the Passover. This is the Most High's Passover. Very important high holy day. Come. That I yield. Anybody got anything to add?
Yeah, I got something. A few minutes here. Nobody else, huh? He's very quiet tonight, man.
No, I was just gonna say that this is our day.
The only thing we in the Passover is lamb. It's the only kind of meat you better be eating. Lamb. Most I say nothing about no Eves.
Uh-oh.
It better be
no Eves on the Passover.
It's excited to, you don't know how many times the Most High allow you to see Passover. So that's the thing that I really take the heed, especially this as I'm really starting to really like, you go over these things when you first come into truth, but it's like so new to you. And once you start experiencing it over and over again, it starts to really, the scriptures start to come faster in your head and stuff like that. So I'm just ready to keep the Passover for real. It's the first month under you. This is our new year. Now the trees are starting to come out. Flowers starting to bloom. Things is looking nice outside. I don't know how New Year could be in the dead of winter. Just ready to really celebrate it. A bib. First month under you.
God, I was going to say, I was going to agree. I was just going to say that's definitely our time. It is our time to celebrate. So just take advantage of it. The majority of us grew up under, the pagan holidays. Folks save up all year. Put money aside the whole year. Or they do so-called Nimrod shopping in the summer in preparation for December 25th. Or the ball or the acorn or whatever it is dropping. This is our time. So take advantage of it. You have a reason to dang on, ball out, so to speak. Yeah, so let's get it. And then be right about it. I know I'm looking forward to
it. God. Yeah, I was trying to remember that joke. Said last year.
All right, so the Passover is a major high holy day. See, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of you don't just desecrate the Passover; you desecrate the Most High Shabbat. And so all of you under the sounds of my voice right now, you're gonna be called upon to answer the question to even be considered for eternal life. Why were you not keeping the high holy days? And why were you not keeping Yahusha's Shabbat? If Yahuwah's son is master of the Shabbat, and it says that, then why would those who claim to be followers not keep the Shabbat? If he's the Passover, why would those that claim to be followers not keep the Passover? If Yahuwah's son kept his father's Shabbat, then why would you not keep it? When they came to get him, he was keeping the Passover. So why would you not keep it? And I'm going to tell all of you under the sound of my voice, I'll be frank with you, man. The Most High may kill someone in your family. Every Passover, man, a lot of people die because they take this as a joke. I'm going to hit you something. I don't have any remorse for any of you that's not showing up because you knew about this last year. Come on, there's no reason that none of you should not have saved up this fiat. You know what it is? It just wasn't important enough for you. If it was something that you really wanted, like a vacation, you would have saved it up. If it was something that was worldly, you would have saved it up. How is it, the Most High's Passover as a remembrance that the brother just read that you're supposed to do this throughout your generations forever. But how do you not have any fiat for it? It doesn't make any sense, man. That means it wasn't important enough for you to say, I'm going to plan for the Passover. I understand that I got to make 3 major high holy days if I'm a man. And I'm hit you something. All of you that don't make it, what did the Most High tell us to do with them, Kadar?
Cut them off from the congregation. Come.
You got to get the hell up out of here. I don't want to hear your excuses, man. To hell with your excuses. That's what the scripture said. Unless you got some sort of emergency, Most High said to cut you off. He said to cut you off, even if you're missing the Shabbat. The punishment is still death for missing the Shabbat. If you want to enter eternal life, see, these are the questions that you got to answer. Why was I not ready to make Passat? Why am I missing weekly Shabbats? Why am I working? Why am I coming in late? Why am I hopping on the course? Sometimes I'm gonna hit you something, man. Sometimes I send you guys the link early in the morning. Then you know what you're trying to run and say, oh, you didn't send me the link. It's a big ass, man. You got so many other texts. You didn't, either you didn't pay attention to the link, or hey man, it just wasn't important enough for you. But hey, that's all good by me, man. What's going on with this rumble, man? But the Most High is going to work that thing out for you. And I don't think you're going to like the outcome of it. If you want to enter eternal life, you have to answer these things that I just mentioned. Because the Bible teaches all of those who do not keep the Most High's Shabbat and the Most High's high holy days will be rejected. I don't give a damn what they're telling you in these churches. You're not going to make it. Sis, brother, or should I say brother, you're not going to make it. Someone give me the book of Numbers, man. 15 and 32, 236. See, I have to put the Shabbat in with this because a lot of you still work on the Shabbat. You go and buy, you sell. You're doing all of this on the Yahusha Shabbat. You're desecrating it. Most I say the punishment is death. And if this system wasn't set up like it was, I'd be more than happy to put you behind the death, boy.
Come.
You like that, understand it, believe it or not. You say, oh, that's not a man of the Most High. No, you're not a man of the Most High. You're into Christendom. So I'm going to get that Numbers 1532.
Come. The book of Numbers, chapter 15. Verse 32. And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man that gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day.
That means he was working. That's akin to him working. Okay?
And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moses and Aaron. And
now,
unto
gathering sticks, he was going out doing lumber work. I mean, he's working. They put his ass to death, man. God.
Brought him unto Moses and Aaron and unto all the congregation, and they put him in ward, because it was not declared what should be done to him.
That means they put him under guard, right? Because it had not been explained what they should do to him. Read on.
And the supreme Elohim said unto Moses,
and Yahuwah said to Moses, God,
the man shall be surely put to death.
The man what?
Shall be surely put to death.
The man shall what if he's working on the Shabbat?
Shall be surely put to death.
We can't have him around us, so I don't give a damn how much you like him. He's got to go. See, under this law right here, we can't put him to death, man. Otherwise, I got a sword in my safe. His head will be rolling like a damn bowling ball. The Most High said to put him to death, man. We can't enforce this in captivity, but they will enforce it against us. Don't you know they just reinstated laws where they could put you in front of a firing squad, man, and execute you? They could do it to you, but you can't do it. You can't enforce the Most High's laws because this man is playing the Most High. Go ahead, read on, kid.
Come on. And all the congregation brought him without the camp and stoned him with stones, and he died.
You see that? That's the judgment, man. That's the punishment. And that's what's coming back. That's what the Most High is going to come back. That's what he's going to bring back for all of you that seem to think that this is a game, man. That's what you have to look forward to. That's what he's going to bring back. So the Most High, who gave this order, Barak Shah? The Most High gave this order.
Come.
Remember, the congregation didn't know what to do. The Most High, see, I thought he was all love. Oh, God is all love. God loves everything. Not according to the Bible here, is it? How about that, Marty? They put him to death. The Most High gave that order. See, the Most High hate that thing. When he tells you to do a thing and you don't do it. Oh, you know, Abba. And the Most High got something for you. You can put some stuff in your life. And he put some stuff in his life. So the penalty for not keeping the Shabbat is death. Now, I'm going to ask you this, man. Why would a church or any pastor or anyone lead people to not keeping the Shabbat? Not keeping the high holy days. So you got to answer that. You got to be able to answer these questions. 2 or 3 of them left the room, swinging swords, man. 3 times a year, as believers, as Israelites, as Christians, we are commanded. I need you guys to hear what I'm saying here, because I'm advocating this. We are commanded to go out of our homes and gather together. That tells about keep it by. No, you're a damn lie. The Most High didn't tell you to keep it by yourself, man. You don't read nothing in the Bible about no individual life.
Nope.
That's going to get you deaf, man. I keep it with my family. Yeah, you and your family, they're going to burn. 3 times a year, the Most High commands Israelites and Christians, because you Christians, you're nothing but Israelites. You don't know who you are. To go out of their homes and gather together at particular places to keep the Most High feast days. I'm talking to everyone that's not showing up, man. I don't give a damn. See, I'm not here to be light, man. I'm here to tell the truth, man. No, there's no reason, unless you got some sort of extreme emergency, man, the Most High is going to bring judgment to you. He might kill your family member. You don't remember that I said that, huh? Every Passover, people die, man.
Facts.
Violating this. So you're supposed to keep the Passover and the days of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. That's the first of these 3 annual feasts. The Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Huh? So it tells us which 3 is it? The Passover, which also is inclusive of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, like the Akim read, that's the first of the 3 annual mandatory feasts. Let's get it. Leviticus 23, verse 4 through 8. Let's read it again. Edification. Let's motivate. Read it again.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 4. These are the feast of Yahuwah, even of Yahuwah.
Yeah, not of you, man. It's not up to you. The Most High is orchestrating this thing. He gave an order here. You know.
Even holy convocation.
These are Kadash, meaning they're set apart. What does the word convocation mean? Any of you in the room? What does the word convocation means? Justice Rahim?
Come on.
No, it doesn't mean yes.
It's a gathering, a holy gathering.
I was talking to Justice Rahim. I wanted him to respond.
Oh, slow.
The word convocation means to gather together. So read that thing again, Kadar, because some people got aphasia.
These are the feasts of Yahuwah,
even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. In the 14th day of the first month at
Okay,
even.
stop. Boy, it's 80 some degrees outside. And what month the Most High said this was?
In
The
the
first month.
14th day of the first month.
The first month. So why in the hell is Esau telling us that the new year began in the dead of winter in January?
Lies.
The new year begins in spring, man, when flowers start to blossom, everything start to come back out like now. Our people been duped, man, by JD's people. Agree.
In the 14th day of the first month at even is Yahuwah's Passover.
Mm-hmm.
And on the 15th
Who's
day,
Passover?
Yahuwah's Passover.
Not man's. God.
And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread.
So you have the Passover, then you have the Feast of Unleavened Bread the very next day. Read on.
Unto Yahuwah. 7 days.
How many days?
7 days.
And then number 7. 7 represents the Most High. 7 represents the so-called man. It also represents the Most High. 7 is very significant. God, read on.
Ye must eat unleavened bread.
Mm-hmm. So stop. So this is not optional. The word must is there. I don't give a damn if you eat one piece. You better be eating unleavened bread the next 7 days after the Passover. You know what I told you, Barak Shah?
Come.
Go ahead,
Come. In the first day, ye shall have an holy convocation.
Okay, you should have what?
A holy convocation.
No, the individual can't make it out. I'm not going to make it. I'm going to send some support. The Most High going to kill you behind too. You can't buy your way into heaven. The Most High's not a whore, and he's not for sale. You can't buy your way into this thing, man. These just strikes against you every time you don't show up. The Most High to kick you out of the nation, man. Did he say it or didn't he? He said to kick you out.
Come.
I know what's going on with the Rumble tonight, man. Still can't get none. Got it, huh?
Ye shall do no servile work
therein. And everything, man. That means for a whole... Listen, man, if you guys was really living by this thing, you will have the next 8 days off starting on Saturday for Shavuot. You will have all of those days off because you would have put it in to your God that you call a boss. You know what I mean? And they'll have to acknowledge it. And unless they can show that, hey, well, you know, we can't. But some of you, I get it. You can't do that. You got to get that fiat. And I can dig it. I used to be there. It'll cost you salvation. Go ahead, huh?
Come. That's it. Oh, it's like verse 8. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahuwah 7 days.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you with something. A lot of people for the Passover, you know what they do? They violate it. They go and they bake the lamb. They bake the lamb in the oven. They broil it in water. When the scripture specifically tells you not to do that, it must be cooked over an open fire.
Huh.
No labor, man. So as we learn, the feast and the high holy days of the Most High is essentially telling us a story of Yahuwah's plan of salvation for us. See, the Passover pictures the salvation of the nation of Yasha Allah, Israel, and it points to the salvation of everyone else that might be saved. It points to Hamashiach as the Passover lamb. See, he's the new Passover And you guys are desecrating all that. So the very first Passover story is in the book of Exodus. Shemot. Did you guys read that earlier on?
Come.
It occurred in Egypt, which was essentially salvation from the last plague that Yahuwah gave to Pharaoh and the Egyptians. The Israelites was told on the 10th of the first month that they were set aside a perfect, unblemished lamb of the first year for their families. Someone grab me that again. Shemot 12, verse 3 through 5. Exodus 12, verse 3 to 5.
Khan, the book of Exodus, Shemot, chapter 12, verses 3 through 5. Speak unto the children of the congregation of Israel, Yasharallah, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it, according to the number of the souls, every man, according to his eating, shall make your count for the lamb.
Now, what if you have a Neanderthal living next door? Should you share the Passover with him? Nuh-uh. Your neighbor means your brother. But when the scriptures are read like that, your neighbor literally means your brother.
Verse 5. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats.
So during sunset on the 14th of the first month, the Israelites was told to kill a lamb and take his blood and put it on the doorpost of the house where they ate the Passover lamb. See, we are to roast this lamb just like the Israelites done. The whole lamb. And eat it with bitter herbs and unleavened bread. And I can prove it. Shemot 12, verse 8 through 9.
Khan. The book of Shemot, chapter 12, verse 8. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Verse 9.
No, that's good right there. That's good. Yeah, now go ahead, read verse 9. Go ahead.
Come. Eat not of it raw.
Come on, man. That's Esau. We know not to do that. Go ahead.
Nor sodden at all.
No medium rare, and you don't be boiling it. Go ahead.
Come. Nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire.
You got Israelites that put that thing in the oven and bake it up. With water. So we're not to do any of that. See this? You see this Barak Shah? You see how specific it is? So how in the hell you got Israelites that eating potato salads, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, cornbread with lamb and all that? They made up their own thing, man. They're desecrating the Most High holy days. This is supposed to be a remembrance of what actually occurred at the first Passover. So none of the lamb is to remain until the morning. And if the families was too small to eat the entire lamb, you're supposed to share it with another family. Exodus 12 and 4, we read that. So at midnight, the Most High delivered the last of the 10 plagues, and all the Egyptians suffered the death of the firstborn of man and beast. See, the houses with the blood on the doorpost, Barak Shah, and the lintels were Passover. That's why it's called the Passover. And the death plague did not affect them at all. See, this is what I'm telling you. This is why a lot of people died during the Passover, because the Negroes are not keeping this up. The Most High just go ahead and put them to death. Go ahead and put them to death. The lamb was sacrificed on the night of the original Passover, and it looked forward to Hamashiach, and this sacrifice is a Passover. I could prove it. Someone give me John chapter 1, verse 29 to 30. See, he became the Passover.
God. Book of John, Yachanan, chapter 1, verses 29 through 30. The next day, Yachanan seeth Yahusha coming unto him, saith, Behold, the Lamb
The
of
what?
Yahuwah.
The what?
The Lamb of
The what?
Yahuwah. The Lamb.
The Lamb. Everybody see that? The Lamb.
Con.
You know why they call him the Lamb of Raksha? Because he became the Passover. Why are they comparing him to the Lamb? Because he became the ultimate human sacrifice, the Lamb of Yahuwah, which taketh away the sins of the world. Everybody see that?
Come.
The Lamb of Yahuwah. From there, let's get 1 Peter 1, verse 19.
Con. The book of 1 Peter, chapter 1, verse 19. But with the precious
Hey, you cut
His
out.
mic might have blocked out.
Book of 1 Peter, chapter 1, verse 19.
I Shaitan's at work, boy.
But with the precious blood of Christ, as of a lamb without blemish and without spot.
You hit up a Raksha?
Con.
So his death on the stake, it came at the same time the Passover lamb was being killed at the temple. Everybody aware of that? What they was called, what Esau has taught you is called the Last Supper, that was the Passover. Huh?
Con.
And his blood provided the salvation for us. He became the perfect sacrifice. Let's go to the book of Hebrews, 7th chapter. When you get there, read verse 27. And someone else get Hebrews 9 and 12.
Con. The book of Hebrews, chapter 7, verse 27. Who needeth not daily, as those high priests, to offer up sacrifice, first for his own sins, and then for the people's.
See that?
For
Hebrews
those
9 verse 12. Someone get 10 verse 10 through 14.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 9, verse 12. Neither by the blood of goats and calves, but by his own blood he entered in once into the holy place, having obtained eternal redemption for us.
It's heavy, man. It's heavy. Hebrews 10 verse 10 through 14.
Con. The book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 10. By the which will we are sanctified through the offering of the body of Hamashiach Yahusha once for all. And every priest standeth daily ministering and offering oftentimes the same sacrifices, which can never take away sins. But this man, after he had offered one sacrifice for sins forever, sat down at the right hand of Yahuwah, from henceforth expecting till his enemies be made his footstool.
Come.
For by one offering he hath perfected forever them that are sanctified.
Same way he had his knee on George Floyd's neck, we're going to have our feet on their damn back. Most I say he's going to make our enemies our footstool. Come. 1 Peter 3, verse 18. Make your enemies your footstool. Huh? Walking all over them, boy.
God.
I don't know about you. I'm going to get like Michael Jackson and moonwalk on him.
God.
I'm going to moonwalk on him, but now I'm going backwards.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 3, verse 18. For Christ also hath once suffered for sins, the just for the unjust, that he might bring us to the supreme Elohim, being put to death in the flesh, but quickened by the Spirit.
Come. The penalty for not making the Passover, Jeffrey Lopes, is to be cut off from the nation. Jason 1 West. The penalty for not making the Passover is to be cut off from the nation. Numbers 9 and 13. Watch this. The only way you can't do it if you're unclean or you're on a journey, you've been traveling far away, or you're sick, or you're hospitalized, or you had a child. But if you just, I don't got money ties with that, nigga will to hell with you. Death and destruction to you just as well.
Con. The book of Bamidbar, Numbers, chapter 9, verse 13. But the man that is clean and is not in a journey and forbeareth to keep the Passover.
So the man that is clean, I mean, he's not unclean or anything like that. He might, because if you go to a funeral, you're unclean. Woman on her menstrual, she's unclean. If this man's not traveling somewhere, he's far away and he can't get back to the Passover, he's not sick, God.
Con. Even the same soul shall be cut off from among his people.
You see that?
Con. Because he brought not the offering of Yahuwah in his appointed season, that man shall bear his sin.
See that? His sin is to be cut off, man. See, this thing is heavy, man. That means, now which one of you are ready to tell your best friend, I can't talk to you anymore, man. Get your wicked ass up out of here. Okay. Hurry up, man. Get out of here. Best friend, man. I couldn't make it this year. All right, man. Shalom, have a nice life. Most High said to deal with you harshly. In the term, when he used unclean, that doesn't mean sinner. That's usually a separation for some type of health reason or so on and so forth. And this is the same instruction, whether it's a stranger or someone that's sojourning there. Numbers 9 and 14.
Con. The book of Numbers, Bamidbar, chapter 9, verse 14. And if a stranger shall sojourn among you, and will keep the Passover unto Yahuwah, according to the ordinance of the Passover, and according to the manner thereof, so shall he do. Ye shall have one ordinance, both for the stranger and for him that was born in the land.
Come on. And I'm going to hit you with something. The Most High said those that didn't keep the Passover, then you could do a second Passover in the second month for those that did not keep the Passover. Numbers 9, verse 6 through 12. And someone get 2 Chronicles 30, verse 2. Numbers 9, chapter 6 through 12. Watch this.
Con. The book of Bamidbar, Numbers, chapter 9, verse 6. And there were certain men who were defiled by the dead body of a man, that they could not keep the Passover on that day.
See that? That's what I mean. You see what I'm saying? He went to a funeral. So I tell people, when you go to a funeral, you're unclean.
Just tell them I ripped that.
Okay.
And they came before Moses and before Aaron on that day. And those men said unto him, we are defiled by the dead body of a man. Wherefore are we kept back, that we may not offer an offering to Yahuwah in his appointed season among the children of Yasha-Allah. And Moses said unto them, stand still, and I will hear what Yahuwah will command concerning you. And Yahuwah spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Yasha-Allah, saying, if any man of you or of your posterity shall be unclean by reason of a dead body, or be in a journey afar off, yet he shall keep the Passover unto Yahuwah the 14th day of the 2nd month at even. They shall keep it and eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs, and they shall leave none of it until the morning, nor break any bone of it. According to all the ordinances of the Passover, they shall keep it.
Now, I'm gonna mention something. You people are supposed to be offering an annual offering at the beginning of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. The book of Shemot 23 and 18. Watch this. And someone get Shemot 34 and 23. Exodus 23 and 18 and Exodus 34 and 23. Watch this.
Con. The book of Shemot, Exodus, chapter 23, verse 18. Thou shalt not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leavened bread, neither shall the fat of my sacrifice remain unto the morning.
Exodus 34 and 23.
Con, the book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 23. Thrice in the year shall all your men children appear before the supreme Elohim.
3 times. 3 times. Okay.
The Elohim of Israel.
From there, go to Deborah 16, verse 16. So these are 3 annual offerings, man, that you're supposed to go and attend to, mandatory for men.
Come
on.
Go ahead up.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 16. 3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before the supreme Elohim Yahuwah, in the place which he shall choose, in the feast of unleavened bread, and in the feast of weeks, and in the feast of tabernacles.
So what's the 3 again, Bernard?
In the feast of unleavened bread,
Mm-hmm.
in the feast of weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and in the feast of tabernacles.
So what's another name for the Feast of Weeks, family? We done it. They should know it. It's another name for the Feast of Weeks. People don't even remember, man. Same thing they done with the Elohai. Who's that?
The Feast of First Fruits.
It's damn sure not talking about no West Indian Day Parade. The Feast of Weeks is Shavuot.
Shavuot.
It's called a wheat harvest, man. Shavuot. I've done a video on it. Nobody remembers that? Huh? Feast of Weeks?
That's in June, around June. Right up.
The Feast of Weeks, I'm going to say this one more time, man. The Feast of Weeks is celebrated usually 7 weeks after the second Passover.
Huh.
The second Passover occurs in the 2nd month.
49.
Shavuot was essentially an ancient grain harvest, man. This is in remembrance of giving of the Torah on Mount Sinai. Anybody remember the customs to that? Usually for Shavuot, you want to stay up as long as you can, preferably all night, reading the Torah. And remembrance of the Torah being given to Moses. We usually read in the book of Ruth. Nobody remembers, huh? That's when we was eating those cakes and all, man. Usually dairy products are eating. Shavuot.
Come.
Read from the book of Ruth. Nobody remembers.
Shavuot.
What was the other one, Benai?
And in the Feast of Tabernacles.
What was the Feast of Tabernacles? Anyone remember that?
Come.
The
Feast of Booths.
The booth. Come.
Oh, what is it? What is it? Why do we keep it? How about that? Sukkot is a feast of booths. Why do we keep it?
Children of Israel had to dwell in the wilderness, huh?
Someone get Deuteronomy 16:16.
Con, I got it. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 16. 3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before Yahuwah thy supreme Elohim, in the place which he shall choose, in the feast of unleavened bread, and in the feast of weeks, and in the feast of tabernacles. And they shall not appear before the supreme Elohim Yahuwah empty.
That means you bring some sort of offering, huh? Yahusha, and his disciples kept the Passover. Why are Christians telling you not to keep it? They kept the Feast of Unleavened Bread. The day before Yahushua was going to be crucified, his disciples asked, where should they go to prepare for the Passover? Huh? Prove it. Get the book of Mark 14 and 12. Where's David? He needs to be learning these precepts. Mark 14, verse 12. Someone get Luke 22 and 7.
Con, book of Mark, chapter 14, verse 12. And the first day of unleavened bread, when they killed the Passover, his disciples said unto him, where wilt thou that we go and prepare that thou mayest eat the Passover?
And were they keeping the Passover not, Barak Shah?
You said where?
Of course they was keeping it. I'm from there. Let's go to Luke 22 and 7.
Con. The book of Luke, chapter 22, verse 7. Then came the day of unleavened bread, when the Passover must be killed.
As you can see, they're just keeping it, huh?
Con.
So Hamashiach wanted to eat the Passover meal with them. But he knew at this point that the next day he was going to die. He knew it. Now, at the beginning of the 14th, at the dark, Hamashiach and his disciples came together and they shared a meal. People refer to that meal as the Last Supper. That was a meal right before the actual Passover meal. That was the evening before the lamb was supposed to be sacrificed. And this is the night that the Messiah, Mashiach, literally introduced the symbols of foot washing. They was washing each other's feet. John 13, verse 1. We don't have to read all that. Look at reading in the leisure. John 13, verse 1, all the way down to 15.
Con. The book of John, Yachanan, chapter 13, verse 1. Now before the feast of the Passover, when Yahusha knew that his hour was come, that he should depart out of this world unto the Father, having loved his own.
We can stop right there. They was eating bread and they was drinking wine. Someone get Matthew 26 and 26.
Come on, it's the book of Matthew, chapter 26, verse 26. And as they were eating, Yahusha took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it to the disciples and said, "Take, eat, this is my body."
Read.
Verse 27. And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, "Drink ye all of it. For this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins."
How do we keep the Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread?
Holy Convocation. First day and on the seventh day.
Deuteronomy 16, verse 1 through 8. Deuteronomy 16, 1 through 8.
The book of Deborahim, Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 1. Observe the month of Abib, and keep the Passover unto Yahuwah thy supreme Elohim. For in the month of Abib, the supreme Elohim Yahuwah brought thee forth out of Egypt by night. Thou shalt therefore sacrifice the Passover unto Yahuwah thy supreme Elohim of the flock and the herd in the place which Yahuwah shall choose to place his name there. Thou shalt eat no leavened bread with it. 7 days shalt thou eat unleavened bread therewith, even the bread of affliction. For thou camest forth out of the land of Egypt in haste, that thou mayest remember the day when thou camest forth out of the land of Egypt all the days of thy life. And there shall be no leavened bread seen with thee in all thy coast 7 days, neither shall there anything of the flesh which thou sacrificest the first day at even remain all night until the morning. Thou mayest not sacrifice the Passover within any of thy gates, which the supreme Elohim Yahuwah giveth thee, but at the place which Yahuwah thy supreme Elohim shall choose to place his name in, there thou shalt sacrifice the Passover at even, at the going down of the sun, at the season that thou camest forth out of Egypt. And thou shalt roast and eat it in the place which the supreme Elohim Yahuwah shall choose. And thou shalt turn in the morning and go unto thy tents. 6 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, and on the 7th day shall be a solemn assembly to the supreme Elohim Yahuwah. Thou shalt do no work therein. Come.
1 Corinthians 5, verse 8.
book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 5, verse 8. Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with leaven of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth.
Any questions? Any questions? Because a little bit of leaven, my people that's not attending ruins the entire lunch. Little leaven. Both sides plan is perfect, man. You say to do it, and you do it. Most High said to do that thing forever. Exodus 13, verse 9 and 10. He said you do that thing forever.
God.
We ain't got to take it anymore. We in captivity.
All right.
I heard that before.
He said for all generations, huh?
God. Book of Exodus, Shemot, chapter 13, verse 9 and 10. And it shall be for a sign unto thee upon thy hand, and for a memorial between thine eyes, and Yahuwah's laws may be in thy mouth. For with a strong hand hath Yahuwah brought thee out of Egypt. Thou shalt therefore keep this ordinance in his season from year to year.
Yeah, man. Year to year. Questions? Good. No questions. David. He said, peace ox. Why does people keep trying to take English words and make it Hebrew? Don't get hit with the 10 plagues that the Most High plagued Pharaoh with. You don't want to listen.
Cool.
Don't do it.
That's it. You're all done? Everyone got quiet.
I got it.
Michelle Hamilton. I used to have this stuff down packed, but I got distracted. I've gotten several tickets dismissed from your info, but I'm a little rusty. What is that talking? What does that have to? Oh, I'm watching the wrong video, man. Any questions? Any questions?
I got a question about the actual day for when we're gathering. Want to like dish out tasks and stuff for everybody. You know, be a little bit of, I guess, organized and different things like that.
Yeah, we got that.
Okay.
We got a couple people that's already volunteering to do the grill. It's really not that big of a thing, man. It's just primary thing is cooking the lamb, making the plates, because the meals are supposedly eaten in haste, as you guys read. It's eaten in haste. Men are supposed to eat it with the loins guarded and the boots on. You guys read that part, right, Kadar?
Con.
Oh,
Yeah, man. Jason Wesley didn't even show up on here tonight, huh?
Cut.
I don't know, man. I just I don't see how you know a year in advance. You said you can't make it unless some crucial emergency came up, man. For real. It's all good. It's all good, man. Yeah, I don't any other brothers have anything, man?
I look forward to seeing you, Akim. We got 2 days in the wake up. Con. Wednesday, Thursday. Come on. Friday morning. Bright and early. Came. Most High willing.
Most High willing.
Facts. It's really not that much the Most High, is asking out of 365 days a year.
Hey, Kadar, how many people paid the $100? How many on the list that you had to pay the $100?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I spent a lot out of my pocket.
2, 3,
Real.
5, 6, 7,
The venue in this.
9, 10, 11, 15.
So you factor how many people is bringing more than one person? So it's supposed to be 100 for up to 4 people, right? Jason Wesley, I don't, is up in the air again now. I don't know if he's coming, but he was going to bring 3. Nefertali was supposed to bring 3. That 2 of them backing out.
Con.
This guy Theodore Mims, he backed out. He didn't pay anything anyways. Who else? Jeremiah Banks coming by himself. Jeffrey Lope's not coming now, right? Got to take him off.
Con. I scratched him off already.
He never paid anything anyway, though.
Raekwon, they scratched off.
Raekwon, he's not coming.
Andre
Either
Buck.
one of them never paid anyway, though.
Con.
Yeah. Who else, man? Honest Dropson, man. I sent him the stuff. He just said, Khan. He almost is spelling Kahan. But he never paid anything, so I would take it that he's not coming. Kevin Hall, he's not coming. Who else? Alicia's just bringing herself now. Stephanie is bringing herself. Who else is there? Jadir, he's just bringing himself. So his rib's not coming now either. See, a lot of people fell out. A lot of people that were supposed to be coming fell out, man. That's what I'm talking about.
So that's less than half.
I don't know if it's that high of a number, but family members that were supposed to be coming are no longer coming. At least with those people that I named.
17, 18.
So we may not even need them extra tables then.
21, 22, 23,
I say roughly about 25 to 30 people, estimating.
Initially, what was you talking, like 44, something like that?
Con with 44.
Damn. Shame on all of them, huh?
Con.
What about David?
He's coming.
Yeah, I got him counted already.
Yeah, you said Raheem. You never made it clear. You just say Most High willing.
Con.
Still not saying anything. Justice Raheem.
Pardon me, King. I'm here. I had to adjust my screen. Yeah, King. I had made some plans. I had a brother. He's a so-called. Well, he's a brother studying. Wanted to know more about the Passover and becoming a Hebrew. He study being a Hebrew Israelite. So I asked him, did he want to come? And due to my conveyance not being up to par, I'm making other plans, King. So most high willing, I'll be there. So, and I know my donation or my contribution,
Yeah,
it be
so
on its way.
he's not coming now?
Yeah, the brother not coming. But I'm
it's getting pretty close up. It's getting pretty close.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get a flight, man, the price is gonna go up and up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So, people should have gotten flights 2 weeks ago on the real.
Con.
They know it's coming up. You know what I mean? They know it's coming up. I remember telling people a month ago to book your flights now.
Con.
I remember we was on the call. I book your flights for the Passover. Now they're extremely cheap. Now they planes, you know what I mean? They running out of seats. I'm trying to help someone earlier. Time we signed in that seats gone out. No more seats. No more availability.
Con. Check your cash out, Buck. No. King.
Now for Tally, I sent him the link up, but he didn't come on.
Con.
Seems like there's someone else we're forgetting here. Oh, Eric White. It would, be nice to see Eric White to bring some family members over. Huh?
I got Eric White marked down. I got Sequoia marked down. Oh, the sister.
Oh yeah, Tanaya. So that probably would be 3. Her husband, and Tanya and their kid.
Come.
Yeah.
What about Fernando?
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah, Fernando P. Fernando should bring a guest. I told him to bring his rib, man. Nah, I don't think I'm bringing it this time. Listen, let me tell you this, man. All you dudes, you're with these women, or these women is with these men that's not in the truth. That relationship's not gonna last. In fact, that's a problem, huh? Let me tell you something. If you was a man, then your woman will actually follow your lead. You're nothing but a beta man, sit mangina, man.
Come on.
Your woman will follow your lead. The fact that your woman won't follow your lead means she doesn't respect you. You don't need to be with her. Tell the dog, there you go, waking up people again. You damn right.
Cool.
That's what it is, man. That woman doesn't want to follow your lead. That's telling you right there. She don't respect you enough. Because when a woman respects a man, she'll submit to him.
Come.
She doesn't respect him, she's not going to submit to him. And submit means that she's willing to trust his lead. So, that's what it is, man. Oh, you can't get your women and wives to come in. You got a problem. You got a problem in your house, huh? You're not the head of your household. You control their household.
Gotta run your household. You wanna be a Kahan.
Yeah. that dude, man, his name Andre Butler, he's gonna try to come again. Shut his ass down. The dude purposely didn't pick up his phone.
Come.
On multiple occasions.
Fuck the brother Sequoia.
Come.
He just said he was coming. Yeah, man. So Jason Wesley and them, they didn't even come to the call tonight, huh?
Came.
Base.
Salaki, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Shalom, brothers. This Shah.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom. First I want to give all praise to the Supreme Elohim for allowing me to be amongst you brothers once again, the true disciples of Christ, as well as the sisters, who's amongst the congregation as well, all the new ones. Just coming on to not asking for forgiveness, first off, to the brothers. I'm not being able to be amongst the congregation of the brothers for the past 2 years, and knowing and being in the truth and coming within the truth, but still having to deal with a lot of the worldly things that I had to take care of. With this Passover, of me knowing the how can I say your sins that you will endure for not being presently amongst congregation of within the Passover. I wasn't within the Passover the last year, and obviously not wanted to say that I won't be there, but with circumstances and things to have just come about, my presence to try to get back with the brothers as well, getting back within the truth, I will not be able to attend. So I will have to take that upon myself with the Most High and whatever the Most High had for me to reap, and not being within the Passover at the Passover during this time. I mean, I will have to take that upon with the Most High and have to deal with that situation. So being a member of True Disciples of Christ, I have always tried to be at all functions with the brothers within the time that I have been a part and a member with True Disciples of Christ. So within the last 2 years, my falters have not been able for me to be amongst the brothers in congregating, and I felt hurtful and a lot I can say outcast, not from the brothers, but being outcast of knowing the truth and what the Quran and coming into the truth shows you into reality of what you how can I say toting the line. So with this Passover that's coming up, I would just have to throw it out there. If anyone traveling through North Carolina, not outside of North Carolina, but traveling through North Carolina, as much as I would like to be there, I can only establish enough of gas money to and fro. Anything other than that will have to be on myself to survive all other things in that endeavor to be able to be with the brothers and congregate uh, on the Passover to not to miss it. So that's one thing that I could throw out there. And yes, I know it's a late thing, but for myself, I've been second guessing and even you know um, putting myself out there to have to ask for those things since I haven't been around the brothers in for the past 2 years, and the way that one does for brotherhood. Once I was, with true disciples at the beginning, and I can see now as well, there's still a strong brotherhood for brothers who are looking for or wanted to have. Back in that time, I don't know if you Kahan, a gentleman that was saying shoulder to shoulder. I never met the brother, but it was just shoulder to shoulder, and I can still see that a lot of those brothers who say that with shoulder to shoulder are not around, or some of them, in which I could say from the panel that's up here, and knowing the new brothers is who's up here now, that's still shoulder to shoulder and um, going forth with this truth and knowledge, and taking the truth and knowledge and still presenting it to others to obtain it and live on the right path of what truth is. So I just wanted to come up here and give that to the brothers, letting you all know that I'm still a brother that haven't reached out, but need to reach out to the brothers and get some things together for myself to be able to get back on the right track of doing what was done prior to myself within the last 2 years. I yield and I give all praise to the Supreme Elohim. Mashiach.
Con.
Con. Con. Anybody else got something to say? Akim?
Oh, time to walk it out.
Peace, Kings. David.
He said, I'm here, Ox. Cut it to debtors. That's the sum of life. Not trying to be a debtor, get your money back. All right? Okay. Passover. Yahuwah judgment. Better be prepared. Keeping them laws. It's all going to mar the rest of bunkers because they scared now. Like just standing bold like a lion.
What if I send you your cash app?
Well, that's David trying to come to the room. I don't know. Who was that? Huh? David have to come and pick up you guys' slack, man. They went quiet on you again, David. What's really going on, kid?
Shalom, Elder.
Shalom, Ox. I had to make sure I turned off my YouTube because I didn't want to get the speech. Because you know he will give you the speech if you got that feedback.
Salakia, pardon me, Elder David Devin. Salakia, King. Kahan, do you have Venmo, King? I just sent you a message in the chat. Do you have Venmo?
I don't have that.
Okay.
Okay, to cut account.
Okay.
Hey, it's David.
Come on, Ox.
Yo, hold on, son. Hold on, son. Don't let me go. Holding on to my Akim through Jacob with blood kin. This bond is biological. Yahuwah placed between men. Despite the odds between us, I'm holding on to the end. I'm holding on. Holding on to my Akim through Jacob with blood kin. This bond is biological. Yahuwah placed between men. Despite the odds before us, I'm holding on to the end. I'm holding on. Bonded by Yahuwah, give my life for you, bros. When shit gets thick, though, I feel like judo. I say it's time to ride, you said you already know. Tell that bitch to suck dick, let her hoe be a hoe. A man that's in love is a freaking psycho. Psychosis, no homo, got love for my bros. Walking in the spirit with my Akmel Akeem. Benaya, Kandar, Stefan, and Yashapin. Believe repentance when a brother give cut. Thicker than water, blood of a Mashiach. Always have a back until my heart stop. Nefertali, the realest brother one could be. Stay in the spirit, Akim, live eternally. Heaven doesn't have a ghetto, it has priests and kings. Holding it down despite what life brings. 70 times 7s, my brothers cross me. Don't let Judas get into us. My Akim, that spirit is ruthless. 30 pieces of silver, leave you toothless. Nefarious.
David, you may speak.
Come on, let me talk. Oh, those were the good old days, man. I went through so much with the Archeans. And I know how that young man feels who just left. And my inspiration is my prayer for all the Archeans here. and all the Achaeans under the sound of my voice, hear my plea. I beseech thee that it is in giving that you receive. I came from a family of 7 surviving children. 3 additional did not survive. And I have a half brother and 2 half sisters. We would be called welfare. How could I be able to do this? We didn't know anything about pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. We didn't know anything about that. But I always gave something of. How many of you can attest that I might be a giver? I'm telling you, I made it because of the favor of the Most High, because I might not have did everything He said, but I gave. I have been accused of giving everything I have to the church, and I pray thee that you also get chastised for giving everything you have to disciples of Christ. Now I can prove it. The Kahan had us go to a Passover before. Now I listen. I don't know why. I get on my own nerve. But he gave each of us a gift. Each of us, everybody that was there, got a gift at that Passover. And he's been given ever since. And I got to tell you, being a professional giver, I cannot stand to this date giving to someone and they don't give it back. I can't stand that. I understand that I'm supposed to give and not expect to get it back. But there are certain people that we as givers, we kind of cut them off at a point. All right, because for us, it just seems like they're pulling the job on us or on something. I had this little sister, and she was the oldest baby in the world, because up to maybe 3 or 4 years ago, she still said, "I'm your baby sister." You know, she probably shouldn't have said that after I hooked up with the true disciples of Christ, because Hamashiach allows the Ruach to handle me however the Ruach Kadosh feels fit. And sometimes he uses my tongue. I like it when he uses my tongue and it makes people laugh. But sometimes he uses my tongue to cut. I'm telling you, I don't have anything planned to say today. This is Bible. So I'm going to try to get this out. So let's just keep giving. You have to give the Kahan some money, because each one of those gifts that he gave us, if I was to price it up here, would be a significant amount to give to people who don't give back. And I want to give to him. I want to give to him, because I got to tell you the truth. He gave to me first, and he gave to me in my weakness. He gave to me when I wasn't strong. He saw something in me that I was able to actually fulfill. And that's what he has for each of you. For each of you, justice. You just got to keep coming back. It'll work if you work it. The Kahan and I, when we first hooked up online, we were really rough with each other. Now the Kahan could beat me when you see us standing together. You can clearly see, yep, we know who's going to win that fight. But he stuck in there with me, and he saw something in me that I didn't see. And I'm sure he saw something in each one of you.
I sure as the hell wouldn't run to go up against you and fight you, a deadly ex-Marine. You would definitely win that fight. Not me. I'm running.
Well, I do have a couple of moves.
Yeah.
No, when I was with Nicholas Carefoot, and he was having this episodes where he wanted to pick me up. When I'm toe to toe with him, I had his foot in my hand. Now I don't know how many of you saw me use that maneuver to get that man's foot. So I had a couple moves, but I didn't want to be the black guy beating up the only white guy in the group.
Yeah, I know what those moves look like, David. They take me back to Miami.
Call him Quickfoot.
So just give all you got, take all you can take, and then take some more. Give all you got and give until you get some more. Because I'm telling you, I guarantee you, and I want to go higher than saying I guarantee you. It's in giving we receive. Sometimes it's us. I'm giving to each other. The people who became a problem to me, I decided to put them all on Cash App. And I was like, okay, I gave them a certain amount. And I'm like, now, whenever you need something, I'll give it to you out of this cash. All right. If you put it back on, then the next time you need something, I'll just give it to you off of that. That way you're not taking anything from me. So my mother, it was her anniversary a couple days ago. And apparently she forgot that she had put some money back on via Cash App. Love my daughter. She was doing so well. When I started looking for a church, I was going to make her a minister. She was on fire for the Lord.
You need to take consideration for other people in your life. You're way too loud. But here you come again. You need to get off that.
So, so she forgot. So she kind of sounds sad. Oh well, it's our anniversary. She was just calling and say hey or whatever because she does that sometimes. And I'm figuring if I get to the age where I might need some help, well, I'll probably stay with her. I doubt it. I will stay long because I'm a vet, so I can always go up to one of the VA places and stay. But all right, so I kind of I'm keeping a copacetic with her. So so I asked her. I said, "Well, what do you want?" She said nothing. I said, "Well, what do you mean you don't want anything? It's your anniversary and you're sounding sad." She said, "Well, no, I didn't want anything." I said, "Well, why don't you use the money you have on your Cash App?" And she forgot that it was on there. So I gave it back to her. She was overwhelmed, I could tell. And then a little later, she called me back and she was still overwhelmed. And I explained to her how much better that relationship is, or how that particular experience we just had wasn't that a better relationship than me giving to her. The Bible says it like this: the poor you shall have with you always. And the reason why we're going to have them jokers with us always is because we give them a fish. Now, I want to teach them to fish. So let's just keep giving. Let's give to one person each time. The young man who just left, I don't know how well he's doing. I don't know what his position is with the true disciples of Christ, but wouldn't it be wonderful if he was in the right place and if it was authorized by the Kahan? North Carolina is not that far from Georgia. And if he's going to I know how far it is because I came through North Carolina. I was doing 72. I got a ticket. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So I remember slowing down my speed from that part of North Carolina to Georgia. I got about actually, I was coming to Atlanta. I actually have some family down in Atlanta, the place where I'm staying. My granddaughter is concierge or something there. She tried to get me a family and friends discount, which I would still like to offer that to the true disciples of Christ. I want to be someone with the true disciples of Christ that if there's a door that I'm standing behind, I want to open it for you all. Where I am, there you will be also. So I believe that Bible. I believe it from the beginning, in the middle, and the end. And I really love the way to go on and the Ethiopians with their presentation tonight. I love how this Bible is being brought out. To me, everything is new again. When I hooked up with you all, I, I just started traveling, just like crazy. Money just came out of nowhere. I know who it came from, but it just came out of nowhere. It came out of the teaching from the deprogrammed enlightener. It comes from the fellowship with the true disciples of Christ. And I know that our fellowship has not been easy, but we made it. But, but we made it to the other side with each other. There's going to be other people that are going to come along, and they might not have like minds, but they got like spirits. They're drawn to the true disciples of Christ, um, and I assume that they're the same as me. I assumed that they got here the same way I did. But my thing is giving, and I've been giving since the time I started, and I'm just going to keep giving, and I keep increasing. Uh, I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'm not worried about anything. I always believed that my needs were provided for. I'm a modest man. Um, I don't really need much. I did mention that I came from a family nucleus of seven, and we had a welfare mom, so it really didn't take that much for me. Anyway, I was kind of uh, a faster by nature because there just was no food. I mean, it's my blessed mother, but if it just wasn't there, it just wasn't there. I snuck a piece of bread once. That's how bad it was, and I took it downstairs in a basement to eat it. And for some reason or another, my mom she must have been uh, watching me. So, she came down and, we had a little conversation about that leavened bread. That's what kind of made me remember that. But the Kahan has been given since before the last uh, Passover. He's just been giving. And I want to overwhelm him with I'm giving, I'm giving. And even though I'm saying, hey, that the money is coming from everywhere or whatever, there are still times that I have lack. I don't know how that works. In the kingdom, sometimes you have too much. Sometimes, as near as I can tell, you don't have enough.
It's a lot of things. Everyone doesn't feel that way. Some people think that I'm in so desperate need of money that I'm taking that money and spending it on myself. Trust me, man. I don't need these other folks' money, man. Trust me on that one. I'm helping a lot of people out in the background that they don't even know what the hell's going on, man. That I'm helping these people. So people just talking, they don't know what the hell's going on. I hate that damn spirit, man. Can't fool me, man. I know I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to say something. I read through I can see through the smoke, man.
I can attest to that. A lot going on in the background. People don't know. Kahan be making a lot of things happen for a lot of people. He helped without even being asked. Moved by the Spirit. So, and that's the last thing that he ain't out here to gyp nobody. That I know. Come on.
Gone. So since I listened, I also pay attention. So I asked him. He had these gifts because I work with money, so I kind of add fast. And I'm adding, and I'm like, that was a lot more than what he collected. I was like, okay. So I'm sensing that he's putting his own money in, and I can prove it. I was in charge of the coffee for this one group, and it was in a church. And homeless people would come in and help themselves to the coffee. Now you could tell they was homeless because they weren't outside with their "We'll work for food" signs, and then you follow them, and then they hop in a Mercedes. I digress. So these are homeless people, and it. I didn't have any more money to buy the next batch of coffee. Starting the next week. So the facilitator said, "Okay, why don't you just take up a collection?" And I did, and I told a group of people, adults, "Hey, I need about $20." Don't you know? I did not get that $20 in a church with adults. So I ended up putting my own money in, and I just didn't ask anymore. So I understand how being in a leadership position, how you take from your blessing and your favor and you give it to others. So I kind of know how that works. And it was actually a job training program, so I really wasn't making that much because I was trying to get a better job. Um, so, but the Most High provides for us, Akim. And the only thing I can tell you is, from my experience, he gives to us so that we can give. So we always have something to give. But there's a scripture along those lines. I just can't. Oh, it says, so that you may have enough for every good work. On that scripture. So as long as I don't let any of this stay in my pocket, millions of dollars will pass through my hands. So I kind of like that kind of favor. Um, and I can see you, Akim, I'm doing that. He trusts certain people to do that. And they're generally called people. I mean, he may use a Bernie Madoff or something, I don't know, for whatever reason. But for us, he um, he just he just makes us give. We couldn't stop giving if it was our last day or something. We're like a Mashiach.
Hey, Rock Shot still on the court?
Sandman came and scooped him up.
Fell asleep.
He's still on the call, but I think Sandman done got him.
No, okay. Oh, yeah, there he is down the bottom. Okay. So, um, if it's okay with the Kahan, if he gives me the okay or whatever, I'm going to get a 2-bed room whenever I come down there. So if that young man can make it that far, he could stay there, and then
Nope.
okay.
Nope. We haven't been around that brother, man. And if we was around that brother when he went down, the brother didn't take any consideration that he put all our freedom at stake by making the kind of moves that he was making. You know what I mean? It's something that the Most High going to have to decide, man.
Con. I wouldn't offer.
It's not something right.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people will be watching me already, man. I just gave it the personal reading, man. Hit me with a conspiracy.
Con, I wouldn't offer it because I don't know if this person offended others. So I don't know. Um, Nobody talked bad about them or anything. So I wouldn't offer it unless I got permission from the Kahan or the Kahan asked me to do it. So, but anyway, I, this is just the beginning. This is actually a different group than what we started with in 2017. And one thing I admire about the true disciples of Christ is there's always someone new. If you're spreading the gospel, which includes the law, uh, there should always be new people there. He fed 4,000. He gave a sermon to 4,000. He fed 5,000. He gave a sermon to 5,000. I don't think that they were repeat uh, church members, just for a lack of a better example, since I wasn't prepared to say anything. But I do know that um, I I am ready for the true disciples of Christ to always have new members because the word is the word of God, and these are anointed members here.
Yeah,
Tell
man. Let me tell you, David, I almost considered giving a couple people their fiat back. I mean, I don't like people to try to look to me as if some sort of damn crook or something. You know what I mean?
God.
On the real, I believe easily that I probably triple most people's salary on here. So I don't have any need to try to take anything from any of you guys. You know? Understand this. Understand. So when you shoot me so subliminal, I mean, I pay attention to everything, man. But the most I gave me a very good spirit of discernment. When you shoot me certain subliminals, just because I don't say something doesn't mean I don't know what's going on, man. You understand? Doesn't mean I don't pay attention to what's going on. I don't always see everything. I analyze everything. I listen to what you say and what you do, and watch what you do and see what you really do. If the words that come out of your mouth, if they don't coincide to what you're doing, then I know you're not real.
Kahan, it's you are the leader. You are the Kahan, and I'm just a disciple. Um, uh,
Listen, Elder David, I'm not anyone's leader. I'm just doing the Most High's work, right? I'm just passing a message, right? Because one thing here's the thing about trying to be a leader. Huh? There's always people within the ranks that want to be the leader. And those people within the ranks, they would do things to try and set you up, talk bad about you behind your back, smile on your face because they have envy in their heart. I mean, this is any leader always have to consider this kind of thing. You see what I'm saying? And read the 48 laws of power, man. They're always plotting to figure out, trying to overthrow you and make you look bad to the body so that they could become the leader. Every king has to always worry about someone coming and trying to overthrow his throne. It's just how it is. It's always going to be one or two in the ranks, man, that have that spirit on them. Always.
True.
Kahan. I didn't like leadership either. It's tough, and the penalty for being a leader, and if you fail in the kingdom, if you don't have Akims like this who quickly restore you according to the scriptures, that's going to be a rough fall. But these Akims do according to the precepts and the scriptures. So those of you who are looking, listening, this is how he talks to us, and he's just allowing you to hear it. And if you think you fit in, I don't know about a lot of these Akians. I don't know everything about them, but I really wasn't a good fitter inner. But I feel that I belong here. So I'm sure if they're going to offer that to me, I'm sure if you can get the favor of the Most High, you can fit in here. You got to be, you got to have a strong backbone, like Benaiah, because he's too young not to have a strong backbone and take the things that he is receiving. He shouldn't be able to do that at that age. I wasn't, so but he handles that like a man, and unfortunately, I didn't become a man until later on in life. Now I was a male. Don't get me wrong, but I just wish that I had that fortitude whenever I was that age. He doesn't get in his emotion so much. And look, new people, if you could learn that about your emotions, you can do something. You can get something done. If you could learn patience and bearing one another, bearing each other's burdens, you'll do well wherever you go. You'll do well here. I want you to reach out to people. And I want you to reach out to them in your need and in your abundance, because it technically it isn't my need or my abundance. It's the
I'm gonna tell you something, man. This is one of the things that I consider to be one of my weaknesses, is that you think everyone is good, right? You look for the best in everyone. And I try to do that, but I also look for what's really there, right? See, for every Yahusha, there's always going to be a Judas. You understand what I'm saying? There's always going to be a Judas. There's always going to be that Judas there to try and betray you, man. Every sector, that Judas is always going to be there. And the scriptures say you will know him by his ways, by his actions, by the fruit that he bears, right? A good fruit, a good tree is not going to bear bad fruit. What fruit has he bear? What fruit has she bear? That's what you look out for, David. Not what comes out of their mouth, but their actions. What are they really doing? What's their position? What's their intent?
Yes.
You can always look at the intent of what someone is actually really doing something. I'm like, oh wow, that brother gave $300. That's a good brother. But you don't know why he did it. What was his motive?
Oh.
You see what I'm saying? You got to really start to look to the spiritual reason that this person is doing this. What was his motive to give $300? Was it trying to snatch the spotlight? So, oh wow, that guy's very generous. And then to try and, set you up or something? What was his motive for giving $300?
Sure.
Gone. Well, they'll learn a very valuable lesson. And like I said with you people, if you're going to come in here like that, I wouldn't touch God's anointed. I've never had to take revenge. Oh, I felt vengeful, but I never had to take revenge, because with all my getting, I got one thing from the Bible.
But pardon me, good brother. And I want you to continue, but this damn phone is gonna die, and that brings me back to people that want to come around the brotherhood and never make it to a damn Bible study. That those type of people. I wonder about them. Continue, good brother.
Welcome back, brother. Welcome back.
God, Kadar saved me. The damn Sandman took hold of me in the headlock, man.
Come on. So these brothers will make you feel like a deer in the headlights. but they are for you. Forbid them not. If they are not against you, then they are for you. And I wanted to say that particular scripture because I want you to find scriptures that work. If you find enough of them that work, you'll keep going. But if you find scriptures that don't work, well, maybe it's because you're an individualite, but you still have faith, or something is making you hold on. But it is what it is. If you're here, you're supposed to be here. If you're coming, these Akims are waiting, and they will give you what they got. But the best giver on this panel right now is Kahan Amtazadok. And I want you to know, you can't beat God giving. One thing that kind of messed us up on being givers was how the Christian church, the bad Christian church or the good Christian church or whatever, what they had done with our giving. But you know why I kept giving? Not because I went with the cliche, I'm giving to God, but whatever man does with it, man does with it. No, it wasn't that at all. I want the love of God. And I read a scripture that said, Yahuwah loves a cheerful giver. I have my favorite scriptures. You have yours. Mine just happens to be the giving scriptures. I don't know. I would have liked something easier, but because it's tough giving out that money. It's tough. I struggle with it now every once in a while. I should have paid my cards off a couple of days, but I'm still looking at my balance. I got some cash.
David, I got a question for you. David.
Come on.
I got a question for you. Do you think I was steal from you? Do you believe that any kind of fiat that you gave me, I would steal your fiat?
Well, no. I'm not.
Keep it real, David.
No, I'm not stupid. I'm a giver, but I'm not stupid. If I thought you were stealing from me, no.
You're avoiding the question, huh? I'm saying.
No, I do not think you're stealing from me. The same thing happened to.
Let me ask you this then.
Okay.
If you gave me something, right?
Right.
I went and purchased it, and you asked me how much I paid for that. What do you think I'm thinking? What do you think I'm thinking, Kadar? What do you think?
Say that again. You bought a what now?
Hold on, sir.
Anything. You just gave him, and he went and bought something. Well, I'll tell you the same answer. I gave my bishop, because they told him through their board or whatever.
Okay, my question is this, David, Kadar, Benaya.
Okay.
Actually, all of you on the call, right? So, if you gave me money to go and get something, right?
All right.
And I went and got it, right? Now, you gave me a certain amount of money, and I gave you an estimate of how much I thought it would, cost, right? Then, if you turn around and ask me how much does that cost, what is that going to create? What would that create? Now, let me reverse it. Let's say it was me, right? Let's say I gave you money, Kadar. I gave you money, David.
Okay.
And you said, I'm going to buy something where we're going to get that item that you wanted, right?
All right.
And then you got it.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I ask you, how much you pay for that? What is that gonna what would that trigger in your mind, or would it trigger anything?
It would be distrust.
So I'll tell you exactly what I
Okay,
told
say
you.
that again, David.
It
Say it
would
again.
be distrust.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
What would be your perspective on that, Kadar?
Distrust, because that means, whatever price that we agreed on, that means that I'm in the back of my mind, I'm thinking that you got it cheaper or something. So that's
Well, what about you, Benign? What would you think?
Come on, make me feel like you didn't trust that I used the money that you gave me.
So that's the same feeling I get if I said I'm going to get something, and then someone asks me the price of someone that makes me look at you a little funny, man. Like I mean, that obviously, no words around it. That kind of projects to me that you don't trust me, and so I would say you shouldn't have given me any money anyway. And you know what I mean? Take your money back because you think I'm trying to rip you off. If you don't trust me, you shouldn't have been giving me money anyway. Because anyone that see that any different, anyone you can see that any different. Just as Raheem still in the court.
Nah, he fell out. It's just us five up.
What about Baruch Shah? He's still awake?
Yeah,
He said his phone's gonna
He's
die.
on the north.
I'm done.
Yeah, he said his phone's dying.
Yeah, he's on the north. Yeah, the phone's not dying. His ability to stay awake is what's dying.
Sad man.
He got two phones, huh? I already know what it is.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
See, what you do in secret
What
will be
about
brought to the light.
So you would see that as distrust also, Benign?
Yeah, it just make me feel like you don't.
Fair enough.
Why are you asking me that? You know.
Mm-hmm.
But just don't want to feel like I'm like a weirdo because that's what it's projected to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's what's projected to me as well. That's what I take that at.
Well, can I tell you the answer I gave the bishop when people accused him of stealing?
Yeah.
I told them, and he put two microphones out there, and if you had to say something, you could walk up to the microphone and say something. Watch out now, because I'm known for dropping the microphone. Hello. So I told him, I said, you know what? If he practice what he preaches, he don't need your money. And I'm gonna tell you the same thing about the Kahan. If he practice what he preaches, he don't need your money. I don't need your money. You know what I need to do? I need to give. I want to be in this activity with the Most High that goes something like, you can't beat God giving. Well, that don't mean I ain't gonna try. Because the more you give, the more.
Even when people don't see it, I'm always giving, man. Go for it.
I want them to. I really do. Every single person, if they could get this, it would be easier for them, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. My bishop said that years ago, he said that I don't worry about people when I hear that they went bankrupt because they know how to make money. They'll just do it again. So I don't have this money thing. I just don't have it. Number one, we're going to a cashless society. And
You're missing a point, David. What I'm talking about here is trust and honesty. And you're missing a point.
You're
talking about your I'm giving you real life events here. And I'm bringing this up for a reason. Bringing this up for a reason. I don't just talk out of the side of my neck.
Okay.
Bring it up for a reason, man. Trust is important, man. Scripture, you can't have no love without trust, right?
Right.
You can't love someone you can't trust.
Real.
Anyone that doesn't trust me, man, think I'm getting over on you, man. Don't give me anything because I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it. I don't want to deal with that anymore.
But Rock Shah say he in the background now. It's like, yeah, nah.
Seen it firsthand. Seen them let people in the seminars. I seen give books. I seen even dudes that aren't even here no more. Not a part of T-Doc. Just giving. I seen it firsthand.
I watch.
In the first time.
First of all, you know, that's the feminine energy, man. That's what females do. Like I said, man, you're on a bank account with a so-called wife, girlfriend. You know, where does money go? What you spend on this? When a man's given something, he gives it, and that's it. He's done with it, right? At least me, right? If I give something, I give it, and I'm done with it. I don't give a damn what you done with. If I gave you this. This is how I wanted you to have. But
Come.
if I don't think it's going to cost that much, I'm going to tell you, no, I don't think it costs that much. Or whatever. But if you want to follow me, you want to go to the store with me, you don't trust me, man. I already see what it is. So stop fronting. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's doing too much.
And so I can trust, man. And that's the feminine energy.
You done even done that to me, I remember giving you some money before. You was like, "No, why you gave so much?" I'm like, let it go for whoever, I remember that. You done gave me so much. True. So the brotherhood, man, it's like when it come to $1, we don't even see that, man. Straight up. Don't let no money come between you and your aunt, man. Care how much it is. Don't do it. Because you'll never find another person as real as that. Like it ain't finna happen. So that's just a fact. So I've always been one not to allow certain things like that to happen. Like, nah, man.
But always keep real people around you, man.
Because
when it hits the fan, the snakes, they will sting.
Calm. Barack Shah in the background again. I think he fell right out as soon as he came in. You got to wrap that phone in the antenna.
There it goes.
Wrap that phone in aluminum foil.
Something, man. Damn devil, man. I tell you, man. I just want to say something about that. That is nothing but distrust, man. You know, as a former hustler, a brother used to trust me with, go away and leave me with all the works, man. That's nothing but distrust when you double check and thinking that your brother's gonna try to make money on your back, man, and try to set up an event to and then take whatever extra fiat is left, he's gonna steal, man. Come on, man. I done got more from Kahan, and the Kahan ain't never had to do nothing for me, man. Just in knowledge, brother done sent me a shirt, let me in seminars, show me love. I don't get that, and I haven't been around a long time, and for any brother to know the type of esteem that Kahan has, his aspiration, what he's done with his life, where he's been, for you to think that he's gonna turn around and steal, and that's nothing but feminine energy, man. And you need to check yourself, man. Really need to check yourself. Because you know what? You projecting that means that's something that you would do.
Yep.
Come.
And that's a fact. This is coming from someone who knows. And with that, with the damn high shaitan working on this piece of shit phone I got, excuse my language, man. I'm glad you let me back in.
There's always a Judas.
Good facts, man. That you're projecting. Whoever did
Once
that.
I give something to someone else, that's it.
Facts.
You have to change, keep it. You change and keep it. I'm giving that to you for the work that you did for organizing. But when you want to follow me around, listen, man, I'm not stupid. I'm telling you, people, you got to stop trying to play me like I'm stupid, huh? I mean, I'm not a dumb guy. I wouldn't have made it this far. The odds was against me. I wasn't supposed to make it, man.
Forgive me,
Stop trying to play me like I'm stupid, like I don't know what's going on, man. Because I'm not going to listen to what's coming out of your mouth, man. If your actions don't coincide with that, I already know what it is.
Forgive me, for anybody to think that this brother's stupid, and I hope whoever hears it, then excuse my language, you're a fucking cunt. I'm gonna say it like that because if you don't see what the works that this man did, and you're gonna turn around and think that this brother's stupid, I'm gonna say it again, you're a fucking cunt. Straight like that. And whoever did that, you need to eat that. This man has done work that is going to last throughout time, throughout history. He's made history. He's a revolutionary. For you to think that the man is stupid and that he needs to steal, I'm going to say it again. You're a fucking cunt.
Hey, listen, Cat. Listen, kid. Meanwhile, certain factions of people are making accusatory statements. I'm in the background trying to help other brothers and sisters get it. But I'm trying to steal some of the money, man. Come on, man.
Facts.
I'm a witness to that.
I am too.
Seen it too.
I was talking to Roscoe Church. That's why I had your Kadar started you, man. I was on the phone trying to get Roscoe Church squared away, man. Like planning to pick him up from the airport and all of this, man. Make sure he doesn't miss his flight.
If not for Kahan taking his time out to help me out, I would have never got the flight. I almost gave up because the damn flight was so expensive, and Kahan put me onto the hopper. I hopped on the hopper and I hopped on the flight. He didn't have to take his time out to do that for me, man. He didn't have to. You know how valuable time is, man? Yeah, man. Whoever did that, man. That's sad, man. That's sad. And it is feminine, man. And whoever did, you need to get rid of that feminine energy, man. You need to come clean about your whole self, man. Cause that's real effeminate, man.
Man, I just met with someone. Check this out, kid. I just met with 2 times this week. I met with 2 different clients that were supposed to give me $400 an hour for I ended up staying with both of those clients for 4 hours or something each, which would have been $1,600 per person. You understand what I'm saying? I stayed there and helped them on my own accord for $400. Then I turned around and gave one of them like $50 off of a book. Because I know they didn't have it, but they really needed it for help. It was like, you want me to go to the ATM? No, I'm good. And so when I say I'm good, I'm really good. So they ask, you want me to go to? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not one of them people saying I'm good if I'm not good. That's it. You don't owe me nothing. Just, what you owe me is to try and resolve this case and win. You know what I mean? That's what you need to do right now. That's how you can help me and help you, man. And the dude, man, he's on the call earlier, man. Listen, man, I usually charge people like $400 to do their packet, right? And I stayed with this brother for 4 hours. That would have been $1,600 plus another $400 because I done the packet for him. Organized it and all of that. You see what I'm saying? That would have been two lakhs right there for my time.
And people don't realize how valuable time is, number one. Number two, people haven't been raped like Stefan, who then gave up 30, 40 grand in lawyer fees already and got nowhere. So you don't understand the comparison, 30, 40 grand to 2 grand. And you're getting right knowledge as opposed to the lawyer, excuse my language, butt raping you. Get what I'm saying? Yeah, you ain't been through that yet, man. You don't know what it is.
Me at 42, Barack Shaw, came in the mail today.
Gone. Gone. People don't understand, man, and that's sad, man. And that's why you're not getting anywhere.
So good.
So
good, huh?
Man, forget the damn Sandman, but let me tell you something, man. This brother's the truth, man. This brother's the truth, man. And that's why I get up and study with my good brother every morning, because I aspire to be like the brother, man. And I'm not just saying that to say that, man. What he has done is amazing. And if you can't see that, I'm gonna say it again. You're a fucking cunt. And that's why you're not getting anywhere. And if you don't like that I said it, then too bad. You still gotta eat it. Because there's nothing you could tell me.
They probably think I made up the story out when I said I was homeless. You think what I'm saying? They
Man,
probably think I made that up. Huh?
you see what I'm saying? That's the problem. Because you know why they would believe you lying? Because they're a liar. And that's why they more of a fucking cunt. Excuse my language.
Well, I looked that out, man. You could call Big Shael in North Carolina now, man. He said, boy, I never seen nobody do this like you, man. I never seen nobody do that. You went from homeless to getting a brand new Lexus truck paid off totally, man, within 6 months. After that, it was a wrap, huh? Everything was uphill after that. Bill's penny.
There's a saying I heard today, man, and it was about if you want to lead, you got to be the one to read. And look how much the brother Kahan has read. There was a saying I heard today that if you have a garden and a library, you are rich.
Good.
And look what the brother has done, man. And this brother is who made me turn off my television, man. I'd be ashamed to turn on that piece of shit ever again. Rather wake up, even if I drink a damn stinking ass cup of coffee and get into the books, man.
Hold on now. Huh? You can watch T-Dog with the television, man.
Oh, con. But I do it on my phone, King. So, try to tell you, I don't turn on that damn
television
TV.
sometimes, huh? Big screen.
Facts. Make it big screen. But I do it on the phone, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Word. Everything I do on the phone, man. Facts. Or the computer screen.
Yeah, you got a good heart. We are able to perceive that you are a good man, and I'm glad you're here.
Facts.
And you're going to do well. In 2023, the spiritual warfare is going to increase around this world, man. People are rioting all over the place, out in and outside of the United States. It's getting ready to get turned up out here, and you got in just in time. This is like Noah's Ark for you.
What more? David keeps switching subjects, man. David keeps jumping shit. You can't win more with David. Can't win more with David.
If I do, I'm gonna ask permission first. Shoot, and at your word, I'll either jump or not. Gone. Now he's a good man, people. I don't know if you ever met a good man, and I got to tell you,
David, I gotta pause you. He's not a good man. Mm-hmm. He's a great man. There's a big difference.
Okay.
My G.
I don't know if you all have ever met a great man before, but I don't want to overuse the word honor. There's another word. I knew it well in my youth that I would use here, but he is a great man, and I would know because I don't spend time with people who are not great. Why? Why would I do that? I did it when I used to drink, and whew, it's true what they say. If you're the smartest person in your group, you got a fool for a leader. A lot of times I was. A lot of times I picked a lady and I was smarter than her, and that was just a disaster. So now I got someone who's smarter than me, and I could learn from everything. I can't believe how much I prospered in such a short amount of time. And truth be told, I try to please the Most High, and He allowed me to meet the Kahan and these Akims, and they were built for it. That they were built for somebody like me, and like I told you, I'm fine on my own. But when I met these Akims, I went from the East Coast to the West Coast to the South Coast to the North Coast. And I'm gonna keep on following these Akims because they do stand up with you. Just if you do something and if it deserves a cut, take the cut, but stay right here. And imagine for a second, one day it's going to dawn on you that you told the Kahan that you didn't trust him. And you won't believe what made you say that. You know, imagine not trusting Hamashiach when he says, step out on the water. Imagine that. Imagine not, re- not receiving the person who's sent here to help you. You know, he has to do one of those General Yashabin moves. He has to wait until you go down for the third time before he tries to save your life. Imagine that. This is what you're saying. So I believe that the devil made you say that. And I could see where that happened. When we were growing up, that's what our saying was. The devil made us say it, or the devil made us do it. But the deceiver, he can make you say something. But the Most High, he'll protect you. And if he put you here, it's for you to be protected. If you think you're going to be protected and cradled and pander to or something, I can't see any of those guys doing that. As they're men. They are men. They are godly men. And they don't do that. So I understand you're not used to a real man talking to you. I get that. And it took me a minute, but I finally listened to him. And I got to tell you, I'm glad I did. I am glad I did. I try to give him something every week. Here's 10, here's 20, here's something just to keep this man going. And hey, he got a family. You got a family. If you bless the man of God, you will receive what the man of God has. I believe that's a scripture in the King James Version Bible. There's so many versions of the Bible. It's hard to say, well, what that wording was, but I'd like to use the King James Version Bible.
The version I've been reading recently, David, is the RD version. You should try and get a copy of that.
Con.
You want the link to that, David?
Yes, we'll be together for a while. If I get it today, that's fine. If I don't get it, that's fine. I'll get it because I know one thing.
No, it's free.
Stuff.
It's free. It's the RD version.
The RD version. Okay.
Yeah. The Ricky Davis version.
Okay. Listen. Hey, that came from Hard Knocks. That didn't come from being fed with no silver spoon. And that's all I had. Hamashiach was all I had. The Ruach Kadosh was all I had. I've been beaten, battered, bruised, raped, molested, left heartbroken, and I actually thought about committing suicide. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if one day the Ruach Kadosh, when he's taking me over my two paths in the I'm saying he's going to show me what one day I actually jumped from that ledge.
I'm glad you didn't do that, David, because when the Grim Reaper came from you, he would have gotten the hell up out of this, because you would have scared the hell out of him.
Because I would end up down there swinging. I'd be like a Hamashiach. I'd be taking the keys with me on my way out. I love him. Oh my goodness, Hamashiach.
Because he first loved me.
Yes, he did. He loved those who first loved him.
All right, David, I'm about to shut this down now. My phone's getting hot, dude.
All right, Akims. Oh yeah, get that radiation off your face. I'm Kahan.
It's not on my face. I could just feel it in my hand. So whatever reason this time, the StreamYard burns a lot of energy up.
Cool.
If I don't have it plugged in, the phone dies really fast.
Yeah, it might be hard on the phone.
All right, Akims, I'll see y'all soon. Shalom.
Sure.